Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls and NBs, to the Irish Overwatch 2v2 randomised tournament. My name's Darren Harlocks. I'm here with my casting partner, Dabbed On by Dad, and we've got a lot of games to get through today, so I think we'll just jump right into it. Why don't you tell us a bit about the mode of the tournament?
Well, so to start, it's a little bit of a confusing bracket, but we're going to be starting off with the losers bracket first. So it's going to be Shydar versus Spectrum Squad, two fantastic teams, but sadly, one of them will be going home in about 10 minutes time because its loser is out instantly. Once we're done with this game, we're going to be going to the winners bracket, which is Boomers versus Weekend Boys. Winner will go straight to the grand finals. Loser will play against the winner of the game that we're now playing. So it's a little bit confusing, but we'll walk you through it as we go. So don't worry too much about it. But to get a little bit more into the game mode here, it's going to be 4 heroes on the table for them. They pick 2, and they just go against the enemies too. So nice and simple, nice randomized. So we're not going to be seeing try hard like Bastion, Orisa or something.
We may see some Bastion or Orisa. There's a little bit of trolling that might be going on. And just before we jump into it, I of course want to thank our sponsors, GGMachines, for being very generous in supplying some of the prize pools and the machines we were actually using for this tournament. I believe third place is a nice mouse. We've got second place, mechanical keyboard, and first place, the grand prize, mechanical keyboard and a mouse. Fully functioning setup.
Hell yeah, I mean, hey, that's an entire setup. You can sell everything, move away with your lovely Trust GTX keyboard and go into the sunset, you know. So definitely a lot to play for, that is for sure, you know. A lot on the line for these teams. And it's all going to start here, really, once we get into the game.
Of course, first match is Shydar versus Spectrum Squad. Originally Shydar, but unfortunately Jess couldn't make it. Rest in peace, she will be missed. By the looks of it, the Widowmaker is available. We've seen Winter's Burn on the Widowmaker on Team Spectrum Squad. It's been just absolutely dominating the field so far. God bless poor Shane and Shydar have not had much of a chance to get an entry, but the Bastion is also available. So what do you think we'll be seeing today?
Yeah, I think we actually saw this exact matchup in the practice games actually, but no. So it's going to be the Brigitte Ash, which is more interesting. I think Brigitte's going to be tough to get out value out of.
Slightly more toxic. Goes for the jump shot, isn't able to get it unfortunately. Bastion goes right side. Might be if they can get the Bastion set up without a dynamite coming up from Ash. Spots out Fracture and Winter's Burn. We're playing it safely. Shield bash there. Oh, and that's an enormous headshot from Shane immediately to start off. Misses every shot. Well done, Starter. Please turn on your monitor. The game is actually going on right now. Goes down low, but he's Bastion. You know, he gets the kills back.
He doesn't care whatsoever, and this is going to be very tough now for Fracture. He's taking the 1v2. If he gets Shane, it's a start.
Shydar with the flank on the right side. Shane goes down 100 HP, but it's not going to be enough. And it looks like Teams Shydar take the advantage 1-0 so far in this first to 5 series.
Yeah, that was well played from Shane and Shydar. As you highlighted in the practice games, picked Widow, very feast or famine, but Shane is going to have that feast. You know, he's got the Freddo bars and he gets the kills. So nice little 1-0 start for Shane and Shydar here for Team Shydar, and we're going to have to see what they come out on next.
And it's exactly the same as last time. The Widowmaker and the Bastion, it'll do against the Widowmaker and the D.Va. The D.Va really here will be the key. If you can get all those micro missiles onto the Bastion, just get in, blitzkrieg, get him fast, and that'll do. Goes for the jump shot, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, especially with Widow body shots to get rid of the Bastion armor. That could be quite nice. A little bit of a Widow on good D-Matrix now coming out from Fracture. So Winter's Burn a little bit worse for wear here. It's eating a body shot.
And Winter's Burn goes down. Starter, it seems he's turned on his monitor as he's getting the D.Va. D.Va's already at a mech. Very close to it at least. And so the Bastion is just too powerful. Goes down low, but that is Team Shydar taking it 2-0. The Bastion Widow strats unprecedented.
Yeah, it's really coming out in its own here. Shane hitting some nice shots, and just getting that body shot off first is just so impactful, because it just means you're kind of on an easy streak. You're taking the skill out of Widow, just body shot her again and you win. So kind of like playing CSGO or something, but we'll have to see if they get the exact same comp again. But no, Shydar, he's getting his Ana.
Shydar got his Ana.
Let's go.
It's been a point and click adventure so far, but now it's time to raise the stakes. Shydar on his signature hero. Double supports on the side of Team Winter's Burn, so they definitely have the advantage in terms of sustainability. However, having a shield as the Orisa might.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much shield break here, and especially because, I don't know, I feel like the Ana and the Orisa here are just going to do so much better. They have a shield, a pull, a lot more damage, and the nade just to heal up the Ana. So unless I get a sneaky count to Shydar, I feel like it's kind of going to be very, very tough with this double support.
Yeah, this is more of a snooze match, to be honest. There's not much to be done here, just slowly poking away, using resources. If Shydar gets a big nade, that really would spell disaster inside of the Team Spectrum Squad. They get up very close. Fracture goes down super low. Sarder managed to with the nade, managed to take off. Shane takes down Winchesburn. Not much of there. 3-0 so far. Hopefully, Team Spectrum Squad will really get into this series and give us the exciting match that we all want.
Yeah, they have been doing well. I think that one was just a bit more of a compositional diff. I don't know what other heroes were on the board there, but that comp generally just doesn't really have much to do at that point, especially once they're up close. It's just kind of over at that point. So we are going to have to see what they come out here. I do think Spectrum Squad could bring it back here if they get the right comp, and this is promising, I think. I think Hanzo into Ash isn't a bad one.
So long as you don't get an immediately headshot, I think the Dynamite gives you an advantage over the Hanzo. Although the Storm Arrows do have a lot of defense potential. Oh, and that's an enormous initial headshot from Shane. Heals up immediately by Winterburn, of course. But it strikes fear into the heart of Fracture.
Yeah, just putting him on notice instantly, give him a little tap on the head.
That right there, that's an enormous Dynamite. But the headshot from Fracture. They've got ammo field out. Starter really has to get this done now. Hanzo goes down low, but he's getting healed up. It's just too much HPS. Fracture, of course, takes out Cider. That's a clean sweep from Fracture. Gets the ace. I know two people isn't much of an ace, but it's still an ace.
Yeah, still a nice little team wipe there. But yeah, as I was saying there, Fracture very deadly on that Hanzo. Gets a nice little flick headshot, and that's good night, pretty much. That's kind of the danger of the Hanzo. So maybe if we see more Hanzo, I do think that Fracture in general on the snipers has been looking pretty strong. So we'll have to see what they get here again.
Very much feast or famine in this game mode. Oh, and it looks like Cassidy is on the field. I repeat, Rolly Daniels is on the field. Crunchy music sensation for both teams, actually, which is the mirror matchup.
Yeah, I think this is going to be very reliant on the Genjis getting value. It's going to be very tough, especially with his flashbang and the 225 beefy boy Cassidy. But Fracture, okay, GG.
Yep,
GG, it's over. Genji can't do anything.
Unless you can get a cheeky dash and a triple headshot onto. Oh, Sarder goes super low. Sarder's 1 HP. A single tap will do it. But unfortunately, Shane is full HP, so Spectrum Squad, there's not much openings for them. If they can get Cider down, maybe they've got something and a flashbang. But if they use the resources too early, then Shane's just going to be able to walk in freely and secure the kills. And Fracture goes down early. Wintersburn is not having a very nice time now, hiding for his life. Oh, that's it. Milliseconds on that one.
Yeah, you can never be too easy, especially around this Cassidy. Like, all you need is a flash fan, and that's them dead, So even though Shane did have 200 HP there, it's still a little bit deceiving. I'm still on the edge of my seat for them there, but a nice another pickup round there for Shidar, and now it's match point. They only need one more. It's 1st to 5, so it's nail biting here.
Yes, of course. 1st to 5, so if Shane and Cider take this round, they will be going on to compete for the 3rd place position. Goes on the wrecking ball on the Bastion. Cider on the Bastion has been a menace so far in this series. But the Brigitte, again, I'm not sure how much that's going to do.
Against the ball, I suppose it's nice to stave him away, but what are you even protecting with this Brigitte? Like, Tracer doesn't need it. So I guess it's a nice ball counter, but yeah, I do agree. The Brigitte might just get isolated by this Bastion and just absolutely annihilated.
Gets the recoil already from the Tracer, so Fracture is low on resources. Wintersburn goes incredibly low. Only a couple of minutes of HP there, keeping them alive. Ball goes in, and isn't able to find anything yet. Fracture is doing very well so far on just staying alive. Gets that armor pack from Wintersburg. Without that Inspire, there's nothing really to be done. You can't get up close. If you can't get up close, you can't get the Inspire, and it all falls apart.
Yeah, Fracture just going down there. Like, I've noticed this twice. Like, I feel like Spectrum Squad aren't playing the comps how they need to be. Like, when they had double healer, they kind of tried to brawl, and now that when they're on this comp, they're not brawling, which is a bit of a misplay, but this break doesn't look long for this world, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, just a few bits of HP, but the Inspire healing will keep them going, and that is it. Team Shidar take the first series 5-1, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
5-1.
Nice clean win, and that is unfortunately Spectrum Squad going home empty-handed. Next game up, we're going to have Boomers versus Weekend Boys, but what do you think of Shidar? How do you think they're going to stack up against the other teams?
Well, there's a few key things. If you get the Bastion, if you get the Ana, you'll be perfectly fine.
Exactly.
They take that series, but thank you anyway to Team Spectrum Squad for coming out. I'm sure we'll see them in the pub later, as opposed to on the stage, as they are going home on the bus. We might pay their taxi fare, but they won't be going home without any gaming mice today.
No, unfortunately not. They're going to lose out on those big prizes. So again, shout out to GGMachine for providing those prizes, but there will be Spectrum Squad going home. And I do believe we'll go to a brief break before we get to the next game, I think.
I think so. That's what the running order says. So I suppose we can just fill a bit of time. Congratulations again to Team Shidar. I believe the Next game will be the Boomers versus the Weekend Boys. Those are the two, so far, unbeaten teams. So this really is the clash of the Titans, the best of the best.
Yeah, I remember particularly Waldo, especially with hitting those shots, man, just not missing whatsoever.
I've been victim to Waldo. I've been victim to Waldo myself. Thankfully not in ranked games. I'm not that high rank, but in pugs, when Waldo's in the lobby, he's first picked every time.
Getting pub stomped on non-stop. It's unfortunate to say the least, but what can you do? You know, what can you do?
Yeah. So we have the Boomers with Waldo and Nut, which is quite frankly that should be an illegal roster. It's too much ISR there. They should be disbanded. And then we've got Tig and Scally on the account of Super Soldier with the Weekend Boys.
Are we on break yet? I can't even tell.
Who knows?
God knows at this point, you know. We're in purgatory.
We're
stuck
in
here
purgatory
forever.
right now, but it's fine because so far the thing's going well.
There are no breaks.
Yeah, I think we're just swapping our teams at the moment. So
It's the birth of the 24-hour news racket. We never leave. I assume we're on break now.
yeah.
I'm a strong man. There's no help. I don't think the heaviness of the stuff is the problem.
I think it's gonna be good though.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be.
I think we're doing really well so far, actually.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, kind of.
Welcome back to the Irish Overwatch 2v2 randomised tourney brought to you by GGMachines. We just had an exciting first round. Shidar took the edge over the Spectrum squad to get themselves further into the third place game, potentially even further into the bracket there. We've got an exciting matchup here. We've got the Boomers versus the Weekend Boys. So tell me about what's going on here.
Well, first of all, to set the stakes for everybody, this is the winners bracket. Both of these teams undefeated. So this is going to be probably the most exciting game of the day, I'd have to say. So the winner of this is going to be playing against Shidar for third place, and the winner is going straight to the grand final. So whoever wins this is guaranteed first or second. If you lose, you're just going to play against Shidar, and if you win, then you're once again against the champion. So it's a bit of a finicky bracket, but I do believe it's up on Battle 5 for anyone still a little bit confused about it. But all you need to know is it's going to be a banger. That's honestly open and closed. And again, the prizes are 2 gaming keyboards for first place and a mouse sponsored by GGMachine. In second place, it's 1 keyboard, and third place is a mouse. So definitely some incentive to come first, I'd have to say.
Yeah, very generous by GGMachines to provide all these prizes. What do you think about in terms of compositions? We know Waldo and Nut, they are scary. Yeah, on the battlefield is the best way to put it. Lots of snipers, so just watch your head is basically all we have to say about that.
Definitely, yeah. I think both Waldo and Nut both very proficient on pretty much every hero I was casting them on, to be honest. They were a very strong team. Waldo in particular popped off, clutched quite a few times. Weekend Boys equally extremely strong on pretty much everything we saw them on. I'm pretty sure Boomers almost just swept. I don't think they dropped like a single composition at all. I think they just played so well and so on point. So I am going to have to favor Boomers going into this just a little bit. I do think Weekend Boys, very, very strong team. Obviously, young Scally absolutely besting his older Scally to get here. So definitely some blood on his hand. You know, he doesn't want to be going home with just a mouse to show for it.
I suppose we can get a score prediction for this match here.
I hope it's competitive. I'd say a 5-3 or 5-4 to Boomers. That's my hope, anyways. You know.
Well, I'm gonna have to go against you there. I'm gonna go with the upset, 5-3 to the Weekend Boys. It's a bit of a soul read. I believe that's what's gonna happen. I have faith in Waldo, but I think Young Scally. He's gonna sort it out.
Interesting. Yeah, they've been scrimming the 2v2s already for this one, you know. Yeah, I definitely think it could go either way, honestly. You know, maybe someone's having a bad day and then all of a sudden, boom, lose, you know, and no one.
Of course, this is the first LAN event we've had in about 2 years, so one team could just go over and just kick the other player in the back of the chair and just knock him over.
Nothing is off the table here, guys. There are no rules. There is no rules set.
We're back in the game now. Looks like Soldier, Somber, Moira, Bap are available.
And Torbjorn. There was a Torbjorn there, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, might see a Torbjorn. I think a hammer kill. I'll personally buy a pint for any person who gets a hammer kill in this tournament. You can hold me to that. Clip that, chat, please. Thank you.
And it's gonna be. We are gonna see the Torbjorn.
We have the Torbjorn, Young Scally. It's a pint on the line. Perhaps even more valuable than any of the generous supplies from GGMachines. Torbjorn and the Soldier, Torbjorn and the Moira. Lots more sustainability from Waldo and Nut, but I'd quite favour the Torbjorn. Across angles from the turret that has just been destroyed, of course.
Yeah, there is still some healing available. Waldo taking a lot of damage, and don't underestimate the burst damage from a Torb headshot, but speaking of burst damage.
Kind of goes down immediately. The Rivet Gun is powerful, but it's not powerful enough to overcome the might of Waldo 2KO1. Unfortunately, he's hiding for his life, 18 HP. If he can get the... oh, and the tech from Nut on the Moira jumps over, gets the kill, and takes the round. 1-0 on the side of Boomers so far.
Just swoops in like a crow from above, snapping his head off. And yeah, honestly, I think that was a bit of a movement diff. Do you see Waldo there just juking and jiving, not getting hit by a single pellet? But that could have been a very different story if Young Scally just got blessed by RNG, but not puts an end to that little fiasco. And interesting comps from both teams now.
DPS on both sides now. The Tracer 1v1 will be interesting to watch. Waldo, not particularly known for his Tracer, although he's obviously quite proficient at it, is not his signature hero, whereas Young Scally, we'll have to watch these two. The Echo, I feel, could make the difference. If the Sombert can get a hack off, maybe take out the Echo, is really where the differences lie.
Yeah, Boomers are playing this well, though, waiting for a hack to come out before they go in. Tracer would be a very juicy hack to get off. Not easy to get off, but if he gets it, they win. Okay, there's initiation coming in now.
Takes a little bit of damage on the Echo. A lot more damage there. Ooh, gets the translocation system. And the Tracer gets hacked. That is enormous. Young Scally goes down. Waldo 2K on the Tracer, manages to do it, and just clean sweep gets rid of the Echo, Typhog on the Echo. As soon as that hack went onto the Tracer, I thought there was nothing to be done on the side of the Weekend Boys, to be honest.
Yeah, that was just so unlucky. He recalls and he's just right in front of the Tracer. You know, you can't get much luckier than that if you're Waldo. But just very nicely done from them. I think the Samba Tracer varies. I think that's probably as close to meta as we're going to be getting. That's a very powerful comp. One hack, and that character's more than likely dead unless it's like a Reaper or something, you know?
This game mode is all about sustainability. And speaking of sustainability, we've got 2 Reapers here, so we'll be slugging it out. The more sustainable they are, the more self-sufficient you are, then that's the better you're going to do.
Yeah, and Reaper's probably about as self-sufficient as you can get. He has a self-heal, he has an ability to heal himself, an ability to disappear, an ability to get out. So.
And that's the key there, the instant escape is probably the best thing Reaper has going for him.
Yeah, very tough to punish, but Young Scully is playing a little bit separated here, going for a ballsy TP.
A very interesting TP coming out there, but doesn't manage to get anything, has to run away, and he's 5 HP in a dream. Might have gotten a little bit too close for comfort there. Gets a decent amount of damage onto Nut there, so if they can take down Nut, then they could make this a bit of a closer fight. Dynamite goes out, Tiger puts it on, and doesn't get anything, and gets hit on himself, 50 HP in a dream. Gets one shot, body shot unfortunately, so Waldo is still going. Misses it. Please, for the love of God, turn your monitor on.
Those were all so close, that was hard to watch. That was actually hard to watch, but Weekend Boys just split up completely. Like Young Sky, which was like, I'm gonna go over here, Tig, you just go take a nap, you know, like it was a... Yeah, it was an odd plan from Weekend Boys, and it just didn't work out against the experience of Waldo and Nut, so I'd say team diff.
A little bit too much creativity there on the side of the Weekend Boys. But we've got the Zarya Sigma.
That's toxic.
This is interesting. The double bubble, well, the bubble and the shield is... We'll be here for a while, so make sure that you can go now, take out the bins, get yourself a drink, and come back in half an hour and we'll still be going.
Yeah, like...
Oh, the rock comes onto Waldo immediately. That is enormous. And there's no heals there from Waldo. There's shields on the Sigmas, but there's nothing for the Widowmaker, so Waldo has to click some heads right now, otherwise it's game over. To the side, moved.
Lovely coordination there, nice bubble and dive there from the Sigma, so yeah.
Waldo's 1 HP, goes down to Young Scally. Will they finally get their first point on the board?
Yeah, that is really well played so far from Weekend Boys. Yeah, they just keep
Big
pushing.
rock. If they can take the Sigma here, that's but unfortunately the rocks traded sides. Young Scally with a sliver of HP is able to take out the counterpart from Nut, getting their first point on the board in this first 5 series.
Yeah, that was really, really nicely done from Weekend Boys. They play a good comp, and they play it really well. They bubble the Sigma when he goes in, he can't get rocked. That's a nice little kind of glimmer of hope now from Weekend Boys. Very nice, especially on that double tank. So
oh no.
Oh no.
There is a pirate ship being built. Vikings on the right side of the stage with the Orisa and the Bastion.
Teams.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad neither team is missing the opportunity to do a little bit of trolling, but this is going to be very high intensity, boys. Very high intensity.
This is an Irish Overwatch tournament. There does be a bit of messing going on, you know, like riveting gameplay. Shields go down. Okay, hide behind the corner. Now wait. 6 seconds to go until the next shield's out.
Yeah, Young Scally just kind of staring at his Orisa like, what now? You know, what do we do? They're posturing though.
Big roll, potentially.
Huge.
The natural cover there actually doing a lot for Young Scally on the Bastion. Unfortunately not enough to give the advantage to get any kills, but Nut does have the health disadvantage at the moment, so the Weekend Boys are in control here.
And the high ground control for Weekend Boys as well. Like, look at their positioning. It's going to be very hard to get them off here on this Orisa Bastion. So that initial space taken is going to be very, very nice. Especially once if that point unlocks, which, to be honest, probably... Oh, that's a beautiful pull.
Beautiful headshots onto Nut there. Goes low. Waldo has a self-heal, but there's no such thing for Nut, unfortunately. And here with the Weekend Boys, they have the wind in their sails, and it's all plain sailing from here with their pirate ship. Gets the pull on onto the Bastion. That's enormous. They managed to get him before he sets up. But he's going down very low now. Waldo is so low. They don't manage to edge out the kill, but at the same time, just look at Nut's HP. There's nothing to be done here.
Yeah, the cojones on Waldo there. Did you see that the shield went down and he just stood there and just took it like a beast? That was huge.
Nut is a wet fart for killed out of this stage, so he can't be doing much peeking other than dropping a shield for his compatriot once in a while. Whereas Tidehog on the Tidehog on the Orisa is just literally having a great time. 300 HP is good enough, whereas 5 for Nut. The full not quite enough. Waldo goes down, has to touch the point, but it's not enough. Young Scally with the 2 on the Bastion. bringing the series closer than it was before.
Yeah, talk about a war of attrition there. That one went on for a while, but in the end, Nut ate so much damage, and it all just kind of comes back to the pulls from Tig there, which is absolutely huge. So much poke damage onto Nut, and just very nicely played from them. They kind of knew what they needed to do when they did it, so it is very nice. 32 now, they're bringing it back.
Yes, of course. And it looks like there's going to be a few more DPS characters. Bastion comes back, obviously. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unfortunately, there's no captain for this ship. No Orisa to be helping them out, but lots of just, I mean, not just the only person who cannot regenerate health in this match right now.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it's not going to be too easy to damage him as soon as he's flying far away, but we'll have to see where they choose to position here as well, though.
Very sneaky.
Playing Metal Gear Solid, we like it.
Oh, and gets a headshot so close onto young Scotty there.
He secures,
He secures it, managed to get it. Waldo goes super low, manages to get the Wraith form, but he goes onto the Bastion, and that's just domination right there.
Yeah, young Scally wasn't able to predict that one and just kind of gets two-tapped. That is really nicely done from Waldo. The little sneaky play pays off. Like, if young Scally turns that corner and just one-taps Waldo there, that's kind of the risk that Waldo's taking there, but makes it work out.
Super smart gameplay from Waldo there. Careful, dude. Your brain's showing right now. We know what's going on. 4-2 right now. Match point here for the Boomers, so they can move on. What's potentially the grand finals.
Yeah. First or second place secured if they win this, so Weekend Boys, they're going to want to win this, and they're going to be against Shidar if they do lose this one. And Shidar, not an easy team to beat, so they're going to want this win. And oh my god!
That is a brave charge. That is a very brave charge when you're on a match point. I have to give it the corners in this fella. It's somewhat severe.
Yeah, that's a fat one. There is going to be soldier heals though, so not all damage is permanent, but still, that was a nice way to start to set the tone, you know?
Exactly. It's, Overwatch is a game about confidence, and confidence is the only thing that they have here. They need this win, otherwise they'll be going on to the losers bracket.
Yeah, and Waldo is on this hit scan, very, very strong, and it's a young Scully gonna have their work cut out for them. They're gonna get some nice shield damage here as not kind of posturing to go in. Nice fire strike.
Fire strike. Fire field comes down from young Scully.
Waldo
nearly up to HP. The Reinhardt, too much HP to heal. Fire field's only on there for a couple of seconds. Like, not much to be done.
Yeah, I feel like this is just gonna be like Orisa Bastion Part 2, though. You know, like electric boogaloo, as they say, because this one is gonna be going on for a while. The shields are fat. The Ryans are fat. Unless there's like a lucky Helix, I think it's gonna go on for a while.
Waldo, throw the game. We want to get more rounds in. We've got the place booked till 2, like.
Don't need to tell him twice, you know, just turbo int. Okay, so point is gonna be unlocked in 30 seconds at least. So I feel like the team to hold high ground control as long as possible and not panic is gonna be the one to win. I feel like your instinct is to drop point early, but I feel like on this comp you don't want to do that.
A large fire strike there onto the pitch. Body clip is I'm not sure who's going to take this out. Both teams basically pushing. Waldo's lost a sliver, which might make a difference if he doesn't have a body clip. Loses a bit more there. So from being firmly in the losing position, Weekend Boys have got an advantage. They get the body field, but no, not. Just walks forward. You get too much HP for the soldiers to get down. Charge goes off. Unfortunately, that it's an unmovable object, and with that, Boomers take the series.
Yeah, they played that just a little bit smarter. You know, Waldo stayed on the high ground, got that poke in, played around the shield, and it was just very, very smart play from Waldo. So again, we are just seeing some very good individual play from Waldo, and that is what is winning these games.
This, as I said, Waldo, your brain's showing right now. Sneaking around, sleuthing, he gets the kill, and then manages to score the Bastion with the Wraith form. I think that was just clear. Waldo really performed in that match, and as a result, the Boomers will be moving on to our grand finals.
Yeah.
And the Weekend Boys will be playing again now against Shidar for the 3rd place position.
Yeah, so loser of our next team is going home. Neither of these teams going home, obviously, as we just highlighted. Weekend Boys against Shidar is our next game, so we should be seeing that up soon. Boomers into the grand finals, guaranteed, at the very least, a keyboard. So round of applause to them, very nicely done. And we should see you guys after the break for Shidar versus Weekend Boys. Should be a good game, so stay tuned.
Definitely. Welcome back once again. We've just seen the Clash of the Titans, the Boomers versus the Weekend Boys. Both teams undefeated, but unfortunately not anymore. The Weekend Boys taking a bit of a harsh defeat, 5-2 to the Boomers, who are moving on to our grand finals after this match. But before that, we have to have the game to decide third place.
Yeah, going to be an exciting one. We have Shidar versus Weekend Boys. Weekend Boys obviously just losing to Boomers. Good game, to be fair. We did see some very strong stuff from them, especially in that double tank. So maybe they're both tank mains. I don't really know, but who knows? That could be the reasoning here. But Shidar, again, another very, very strong team. If we see Cider on the Bastion, I think we just call it straight away GG.
As I've said before, Bastion is the key to this tournament. We've seen pirate ships. We've seen all sorts of messing going on. You see the Bastion, the robots going on the field no matter what. That's just how it is. We're just waiting a few seconds. We're going to get into game. Once again, thank you to GGMachines for supplying this is the third place game. Losers go out, get a free mouse. Could be worse.
True. I was actually wondering, has a Bastion lost yet? Like, I know there's just been like Bastion v Bastion, but like, has a team with a Bastion lost yet? I don't think they have. Unless it's against another Bastion. But I think Bastion has a 100% win rate so far.
So far, Bastion.
Mainly thanks to Cider just randomly picking Bastion in these teams, but it works out.
Yes, if we see our robot friend, we know who's going to be picking straight away. I don't think we have seen a Bastion defeat yet. But anyway, we're getting into the game. We'll see who's going to be picked. So Bastion or Ana is what you want to look at for Cider.
Yeah, two big boys.
There's potential for the big boy. The big boy might be
Hog.
on the field.
Yeah, I think Hog is easily the best 2v2 hero. Like, you have insta-kill, you have heal, you have everything you need. I think Hog's got to be picked here. 100%. Let's see.
No Hog. Shane. Cider.
Shane going Ash. I feel like that's a throw, right?
Scally
I feel like that's a throw.
The Roadhog Zarya, that is disgusting.
That
Get
is,
out.
yeah.
Get off the stage. Go home. You're offside. Red card. Get out.
That is messed up, to say the least. You know, that is not cool, man. Not cool.
Alright, Shane, you're gonna have to hit some headshots that you've never hit before. You have to keep clicking heads and you might be able to survive this. Hunker down and hope for the best. Hook's about to come out, still up, so Shane already low HP. Misses Dynamite. Oh, Young Scotty barely misses the hook.
But even so, Shane's already half HP. Like, what's he supposed to do?
There's not much for Cider to do here because anytime he tries to get. Oh, jeez, the jump shot. Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was curtains before the round even started.
Yeah, that was. We need to go like have a shower right now. That was.
I'll be sending an
dirty.
invoice to the Weekend Boys for emotional damages for that one, to be perfectly honest.
That was horrible. That was a massacre. Absolutely horrible. But yeah, man, that was just a comp diff through and through. Like, I don't know what Ash can do there, to be honest. That's just unfortunate. Oh, that.
Big man is on the field once again.
Shane has crumbled. He's fun to play Hog.
Will not make the same mistake they did last time. Hog Ryan. Ooh, I think the brig is difficult. If you can get a shield bash onto Ryan while he's trying to charge and take him down. A nice hook.
I feel like as long as the break cancels Shane's heal or the enemy Hog's heal, they win.
Misses the hook, that's huge.
Okay.
Cider goes down immediately. That is rather unfortunate. Shane, run away. There's nothing to be done here. Even if you get the hook, it's not going to be enough. You get hooked, yeah. So that's a quick 2-0 on the side of the Weekend Boys.
Yeah.
Shidar not having the best time right now. Maybe the big man is. Oh, and the big man's available again.
Do you think Cider knows he has a shield, or because he has got insta yoinks? But yeah, there's Han. No, it's not Hanzo. Roadhog, Ball, Ash, Kree, Cassidy available, and yeah, I think Hog again is just so overpowered. You gotta pick him.
It has to be done.
Hands down, gotta be him.
Oh, the Hog and the Ball from the Weekend Boys. Some say it's torture. I think it's a delight myself. It'll be a little bit.
TMI, man, TMI.
But the Cassidy from Cider, if get a cheeky flashbang onto time of here on the ball, doesn't get anything.
Okay.
Doesn't use his flashbang. But
Yeah, that was awkward. He just kind of didn't stun him at all, so 3 damage.
bowling all in. Let's just poke here on the moment. Less sustainability on the side of Cider. They've got more burst damage with that Cassidy.
Yeah, the ball's gonna have to be really, really safe here for tag. Like, if it gets flashbang hooked, he's just dead instantly. So, really gonna have to be careful. Can't get flashed. He's still alive.
Cider goes super low. Oh, and that's an enormous hook from Young Scally. Jesus. Shane is
He's alone now.
reaching elevations he's never done before. Cider goes down. Ball is super low, so if Jane can take out the ball, well, it looks like he can't, unfortunately. He gets taken out. 1 HP Tad there on the ball, and unfortunately 3-0 on the side of the weekend boys.
Yeah, that hook from young Scally might not look like a lot, but it just kind of makes sure the Cassie's alone. And once Cassie's alone against a ball hog, it ain't looking too pretty. You know, he's just kind of gonna die instantly.
Very happy to announce that there will be no big man on this field for this round. The big man is out. Baptiste, Symmetra, Diva. We'll see what we'll find. Yeah, Diva from Tad there. You can just eat those Symmetra orbs and try and get. If you get microwaved, you're done. Don't go into any enclosed spaces.
Yeah, just keep your distance here. If you're tied, pick your timing and go in hard. I think that's kind of what you need to do. Don't be eating those away. You're about to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's so far doing well with Symmetra. Set up the TPs. Set up the turrets and the TP. The TP gets destroyed. Young Scally a little bit low on the Baptiste. Not going to have that shift ability, or maybe he's saving it for a more opportune moment. But yeah, there we go. Uses the chip. Doesn't actually get anything onto Diva creatively. Starter goes straight, goes super low on the Symmetra. Manages to get out. Has that assist from the Baptiste. 150 HP and a dream. And the microwave is in heavy functionality right now. Isn't going to be enough. There's no shield to recharge that beam off.
Try to use lamp though, that's pretty big, but both Baptistes almost have window as well.
Young's got to go super low on the Baptiste. If they can get rid of that ammo field. And the team gets back into just in time. And Young's got to go down to a turret of all things. This is a PvE event right now, no PvP going on. First time we've seen an ultimate in this game so far, in this entire tournament, I believe.
Yeah, fitting it should go to Cider, you know, the overall MVP, Bastion OTP. But yeah, very...
Oh, and the Bastion is pickable. This is enormous.
Submissive and pickable, as they say. But I feel like it's so hard to play against Sim. So I think Sim is also a good pick, because like, you don't want to rush it because it has turrets, but if you play slow, it charges up the microwave and just kills you. Yeah, so very tough to play against. But yeah, as you highlighted there is a Bastion on the field. 2 Bastions, so 100% win rate for Bastion guaranteed now.
Yes, of course. I believe... I think Shredder might have the advantage here. They've got more sustainability with the Moira, and the
Monkey does nothing. Monkey does literally nothing. Literally nothing, yeah. I think Bastion is probably Monkey's worst matchup, and Moira is not much better, so... Cider just needs to stay alive, and they're just done. Tiger's a non-factor, and you have more heal than Young Scally, so you should also be fine to just man-fight him with the Moira healing, so... It seems like Shadow should win this as long as nothing funky goes down. And
something funky went down, unfortunately. So it's Shane against the world. That should I don't know how that really occurred. Maybe Shane was texting his mom or something. Or sorry, his monitor was turned off, but he just didn't notice that he was slowly getting trickled down bit by bit. And how does that occur? 4-1 on the side of the weekend boys.
Yeah, suddenly dethroned as a Bastion winner. That's unfortunate, but we move. It is match point though.
It is match
weekend
point,
boys.
But thankfully, the Bastion win rate at 100%.
Stay secure. Stay secure. That's what we're here for, boys. That's what we're here for. But yeah, and right now, oh, please say it's not so. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I am seeing what you're seeing. Bap, Mercy. Ooh, Young Scally is gonna feast on this jump right here.
Yeah.
Goes out. Already plugging mines in any which direction you might be seeing some enemies. And
this
match point here. Shredder have to play very careful here. It's match point for the next 4 rounds.
Yeah, and they're investing very heavily into Cider's mechanical ability, which not saying
it doesn't work out very well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Silly.
Oh Jesus Christ! And the Mercy's won, and that is curtains right there. Shredder unfortunately getting absolutely wiped the floor.
That was insane. Did you use that one-shot combo? That was nuts.
That was disgusting from Young Scally. I think that should affect his credit score, to be honest.
That was out of this one. I hope we get to see that again. Look at that. Look, this guy has been doing his geometry. Look at this.
Just waiting for the mine to come back, so he's got the 2. Boosts up, gets the one-shot, nearly gets the mid-air onto the Mercy. That would have been the clip of the tournament.
Insane. Insanity here. And who says Jay Silly has no skill, you know? Like, Junkrat is high skill here, high skill.
Of course, that's all geometry. I'm a physics student myself. I calculated all those before he even took the shots, and I have to say there was impeccable gameplay.
He did it perfectly. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to Shido. Great group of boys, but they're heading home with a mouse, so all is not lost, but unfortunately, they'll be getting the bus home, and we're going to see a rematch. Weekend Boys versus Boomers in the grand finals.
Yes, of course. Congratulations to the Weekend Boys who move on to our grand finals. And of course, with the bracket we have, if the Weekend Boys take this grand final, there'll be a 5th match to determine the grand finals. But anyway, we'll see you after the break to give you a bit of update on how that match is going to start.
Brilliant. What a...
welcome back once again for what may be the final time in this Irish Overwatch 2v2 randomised tournament. We've just seen the Weekend Boys take it over Shydar to get into the grand finals, and now they will be facing off against the Boomers to see who is the best at the 2v2 format in the Irish Overwatch Discord server.
Yeah, an extremely high title to receive. Everyone knows 2v2, that is the test of skill. It's the test of friendship, more importantly, you know. Like, it was Valentine's Day a little bit ago, you know, what about love and friendship here? So, yeah, we're going to have to see who wins this. There is a bit of an anomaly here with the way this is going to work. Since Boomers literally have not lost, and they were technically in the winner's bracket, the way it's going to work is Weekend Boys, who just lost and are coming from the loser's bracket, if Boomers win, we're done. Boomers first place. But if Weekend Boys upset and win, Boomers get a second try because it is unfair if they just lose because they've done so well so far. So that is how this is going to work.
Undefeated so far, and to be perfectly honest, it hasn't been particularly close.
No, yeah.
So we'll see if the Weekend Boys can pull something off. The reverse sweep, we always love seeing reverse sweeps in tournaments like this. When the stakes are high, you know, anomalies can happen, but so far it's plain sailing for the Boomers.
Yeah, they've honestly looked pretty just like easy with their wins, to be honest. The only times they really lost was in the Orisa Bastion, I believe, and in the Sigma Zarya. So I think both times they lost, it was straight up just kind of a composition diff, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I feel like unless they just kind of get outdrafted by the fat brains of Weekend Boys, I feel like Boomers are kind of just going to win. As long as it's an even matchup, I think it's going to be really hard to beat Boomers.
It's going to be difficult indeed, but stranger things have happened. We know Young Scally and Tad, they're both very good players, so that anything could happen. People pop off. If it's snipers only, Waldo obviously has the advantage, but you can just click. Heads get clicked on sometimes. Point and click adventure game, so.
C'est la vie. That is life. Sometimes your head just gets clicked on. There ain't no complaints you can do. You can't even say lag diff today because
Yes,
we're on the
of course.
LAN. So
First time in 2 years we're having in-person events, and of course there'll be no scraps in the pub afterwards. We're going down to Kennedy's Bar and Tavern for a few drinks afterwards. But
be
we're
there or
in
be
game now,
square.
so
Yeah. Oh, big boy on the stage.
big fella.
Roadhog on
It's,
board.
Tanks and nothing else pretty much except for the
Cassidy, yeah. This is. Do you think we're gonna see a Orisa Hog? Or no, Zarya Hog just better. Yeah, I think it should be Zarya. No, Orisa Hog.
The pulled pork is on the field, and the what's that one even called? Just
It's
the-
called Toxic, I think. Yeah.
And yep, not going
Okay.
out with the emote. I'm not sure who I prefer here. The bubble definitely gives Waldo.
I think Boomers have the better comp here. I think as long as they bubble the hook, it's GG at the point, you know. So I think it's just gonna make Waldo more powerful. And then the Hog is in a prime position to just counter hook. So yeah, I think Boomers definitely have the comp advantage as long as Waldo and not play together.
Well, a good pull fork combo, like a good pull hook combo, could really knock Boomers off their stride. Maybe make something happen.
I feel like you kind of need like an anti to kind of seal the deal as well, especially because Bubble lasts 2 seconds at this point. Ooh, but Bubble out early, so there's an opportunity now.
And it still have self bubble. So there could be a bit of body blocking going, but it's just tit for tat. A little bit of here and there, and nothing really going on.
You can see where Tig's playing there at the back of the thing because he's the only one who doesn't have heal of any kind. So just really just kind of chilling out the back. Another bubble, so there is an opportunity for hook now.
I think we haven't seen a full hook combo yet. That really is the key to winning this game. No energy for the Zarya. Only like 2 people on the team. Full comes out, doesn't get anything. The personal projected barrier for Zarya. And then points of knockout in 20 seconds. So it's go time. You have to get moving, you know.
Yeah, Waldo is using bubbles quite often here just to kind of try to build up the energy, but it's not easy to get that energy up against the comp with such good kind of discipline. So we're gonna have to make something happen soonish.
5 seconds to go. Young Scally, full HP. Both teams essentially full HP. So capture progress. Initially, Boomers have the advantage. Hook comes off, Nut goes down. That's enormous for Young Scally. That was he bided his time and he waited, and it worked out. Waldo goes down, and it seems the pulled pork is good enough. For
Yeah,
what
the
take
patience
win.
worked out there. That's really nicely done from them. So they made it happen in the end, and honestly, just good patience from them to make that work. I did favor Boomers comp, but they made it happen. They kind of burst the bubbles when they were used, and they got the kill. So really nicely done from Young Scally and Tig there.
Yes, of course. Biding their time was probably the best thing they could have done there. We were sitting around trying to make an entertaining stream out of it, but this is the grand finals. This isn't for entertainment. This is for seeing who's the best at the 2v2.
Yeah,
Of course, it's for our entertainment, but that's just how it is. We got the Torbjorn now. Young Scally has the opportunity, as he did earlier, to win a free pint from me if he gets the hammer kill.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. I do think Hanzo is going to be very strong against this. That's a nice little dink comes out from Young Scally. Neither team has heal, so damage will be permanent. Sigma obviously does, however, have 100 shield, so that will come back. But again, Hanzo Air does 124.5. So can heal back to that 25, and that could make the difference. So we'll have to see how this unfolds.
It's coming out from Young Scally. He doesn't find anything. Just chip damage basically now. Ooh, Rock comes in. Manages to catch Nut, but nothing to be taken from that as he uses the accretion to uses the kinetic grasp to cover a little bit of HP.
Yeah, both these teams just going to play very, very slow. I feel like this is going to happen the more serious these games get. They're just going to slow down very, very slow. Turret can be repositioned aggressively, but
close. Young Scally just about avoids getting hit by the accretion. Waldo's taking a good bit of chip damage, however. He's at half HP now, which could make a huge difference. There's no way for him to regenerate any of that.
Yeah, that is very true. And Young Scally obviously can use his E and overcharge to get that armor, so he's going to be a little bit beefier in the kind of 1v1 kind of scenario. So Waldo kind of needs to hit a headshot, but that's kind of the beauty of Hanzo. Just play like a rat, play far away, and just headshot.
You can just get a single dink. That's all you need.
That changed the game.
Going down, drops the turret, goes down of course. Uses the Storm Arrows out for the turret, which is a bit of an interesting move. Don't have that up now if they would have tried versatily. Young Waldo now, very low HP. Young Scally takes another few of those orbs from Sigma. Like 150 isn't much.
Yeah, Nut has a big HP advantage on his counterpart Sigma though, but that Kinetic Grasp is going to give him a good bit of shield here.
Waldo just about avoids until Tad on the Sigma takes him down. Not half HP, and that is another sweep inside of the Weekend Boys.
Yeah, that's Weekend Boys 2-0 up, so they're already kind of getting to the score they finished last game on, so very big improvement from them here. And again, I do think it's thanks to these kind of tankier compositions. I do think they are better when there's a tank present, you know? So I do think both these players are much more proficient on this tank role, so as long as they keep getting tanks, I think they can keep squirming out these wins.
Well, of course, you saw them in the previous round. They just took the space. That's the whole idea of tanking. You take the space and you bide your time until you see your opportunity to jump down with the Orisa, with the Roadhog, get the hook, and win the round. 2-0 so far from the Weekend Boys against Boomers in this grand final.
But now, again, it is more of a DPS versus DPS one here. There is one healer available for Boomers with Moira, so...
Oh no, Young Scally's on the Junkrat. Oh my goodness, Waldo with the headshot on the Hanzo takes out his counterpart. Now Young Scally, he's got he might be a miracle worker, but the miracles require a lot of effort.
Yeah, Young Scally does have the one-shot potential as well, though, with, as we saw in the last game, a beautiful, calculated, nice little set piece. So I wouldn't call it over. Yes, especially if we can get the assassination, but
very close there. And Waldo is super low now. Young Scally 44 HP. There's not much to be done against the Moira unless you can get the one-shot combo. And while I still have Waldo on the field, there's like nothing to be done there. You just get destroyed by the Nut on the Moira. It doesn't even take a single point of HP damage.
So yeah, that is the first point on the board now for Boomers. So 2-1, and it's off the back of a very nice headshot from Waldo. So again, showing that DPS prowess. And speaking of DPS, it's Zenyatta.
Zenyatta Mercy. It's a creative. Are they going to be swapping this out, or are they doing a little bit of messing?
They're locking it.
Ooh. Diva Bastion versus Zen Mercy. I think I've seen this in my ranked games a few times. Low bronze. It's great fun. More entertaining than any other rank by far.
I mean, this Bastion could get threatened. Like, oh yeah, by the damage boosted Discord, like that's a lot of damage. So don't underestimate this Zen Mercy. That's a lot of heal and a lot of damage.
And I suppose both Nut and Waldo do have that self-heal just by sitting around and waiting for a few seconds without taking damage.
Exactly.
I think the key here is Tad on the Diva needs to just dive, go fast, DM, and let Young Scally have space to set up.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Young Scally also needs to be in a spot to right click as well. Ooh, Mercy gonna cut out. But again, look at the Diva, already pretty much suited.
Oh, and gets ejected. That is actually huge. Bastion goes down. Tad on, and there's nothing to be done here. Trying to fight against a robot monk is not going to happen. The senses are too enlightened.
Yeah, again, you can't sleep on that comp. You know, so much healing, so much damage. And Young Skelly was just a little bit too far away to help with that dive. I think it was close, but not close enough. And I felt like, I don't know, that's just such a hard comp to crack, you know. So very nicely done from Humans to kind of recognize that comp's potential. Even though it's double support, it's still a lot of damage. So they're evening the scoreline now, 2-2.
Of course, damage does not always have to be in raw DPS, sometimes it comes from your support heroes. And in the case of a damage boost in the Discord orb, that's a hefty percentage to add on.
Very, very true. So we're going to see honors on both sides now. I think an anti against Weekend Boys is going to be absolutely huge if they can hit it. So I don't know. It's a weird comp.
Yes, of course. Soldier, the MO field is the most important tool that he has. So if they can get rid of that, then that's their opportunity to press W and go forward and secure this third or fifth round, the first of 5 series.
Yeah, you can see like third is rotating very nicely. Weekend Boys using the Soldier's mobility on Young Sky to just
Not
run
goes
around.
very low. Has to use the violet grenade. That's something they really wish they had back at this stage, but it's only a few seconds cooldown. Oh, and the sleep comes out. That's a massive anti. Nut and Waldo both purple, and there's no way for Waldo to shield damage coming from all sides. They managed to get the nade, recover from that. That was an excellent recovery from Waldo for the shield from Tad on the and the Soldier.
Yeah, where did that come from? That was insane. A really nice positioning from Tig, being very proactive on this and making plays happen. That's what we love to see.
Moving up now, Nut. Half HP and the anti comes out again. Just the Ana here is just doing absolute bits, but it's not enough unfortunately, as they can just heal up and wait it out basically.
Yeah, that was really nicely done though. Very nice using landscape to hit those antis. And now we can hear that Nut almost has this nano built up. So if this point unlocked, there's a nano Ryan. That's going to be a
that
grim.
could be quite scary, even if Nut doesn't survive that long. But oh, that is enormous. And they don't get the nano off before Nut goes down. That's catastrophic.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. It's going to be really tough.
Same point here is to stay alive. There's not much to be done here. This is just a war of attrition.
Trying to make it
not
happen.
going to be able to make it in time. Just about loses out. Young Scally only one swing away from death. That was catastrophic. If Nut had been able to press Q before going down, that would have been a very different story.
Yeah, but Weekend Boys, what a play. Like, the aggression is absolutely unprecedented. Just pushing in, getting huge nades, and just making it happen. Like, Tig deadlifted that 100%.
That was
amazing on
a hard support carry there, right there with the Ana. Although we're gonna have a damage boosted Soldier right now. Ooh, that's a scary prospect.
Yeah, especially with Waldo on that Soldier. It's gonna be very interesting. I think both these comps are kind of even. I think Tig needs to make more plays though to make this happen, you know?
Yeah. If they can just shield off the damage Waldo's bringing in, get an accretion off maybe, knock the Mercy off her stride, and that's the opportunity you need to go in and secure the kill on that Soldier.
Like, I feel like Boomers here have a very easy comp to pull off, but I don't think it's not winnable for Weekend Boys. I do think they can make this work. Especially if the Mercy get caught out, which looked like she could have there for a sec.
Tit for tat once again. And just trying to hide behind the natural cover. Mercy, ooh, gets caught out. Nearly gets caught on the windowsill. Nearly doesn't make it out with her life. Young Scotty falls down. I think they might just rush this.
Yeah, Weekend Boys are chasing, but yeah, again, Soldier's just so fast. He's got his new Nikes. He's already out of here.
The drift is immaculate from Waldo 2K01. And I believe we may get another point unlock in this series so far. It's a closer series than the rest of them have been. We'll
Definitely, yeah. Weekend Boys have definitely stepped it up. Tig in particular playing really well. Young Scally again keeping up their great form here.
Ooh, big Helix rocket onto Waldo. Has to heal it up immediately. He goes down super low. Mercy heals are good, but they're not quite enough when you're just getting peppered down by a Sigma and a Soldier, especially with the Helix rocket. The initial burst is just too powerful.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's still alive, still healthy. No ults really close to coming online either, so it's just going to be a kind of right-click battle at this point.
This is and Tad goes down super low. Waldo manages to get the Helix rocket before Scotty does. He goes super low, just about misses it behind the corner. But even still, if he goes down, we have Valkyrie from Nut. They have to touch the point though. If they don't touch the point, then there's no point in arguing about this, you know?
Yeah, the Mercy's contested!
And he manages the battle Mercy. Nut is an absolute madman. Brings us to 3-3 in this first of 5 series. Nut, seriously, what is that?
That was absolutely monumental there from not going bad on Mercy on him. Did you see that damage there? Like the sword just got dropped from like 100 to 0 in a
The
second.
Moth is truly powerful when
was-
she wants to be. Having the Valkyrie, that increased speed, and the infinite ammo in the blaster is just bang, bang,
so
bang, and
powered,
you're dead.
yeah.
And while you're focusing on the Moth flying in your face, there's also a Waldo who is quite deadly on the Soldier 76.
Yeah, this matchup's going to be pretty sleeper. I don't know what's going on here, but it's going to be very slow. Like, both these characters do, like, no damage to armor, so...
But there's limited regeneration. Winston, the monkey's going to have no regeneration. The ball is only going to have what comes from his E ability, which depends on how many people there are around. So maybe brawling it out might be the option.
Yeah, Ty's HP, though, that's going to be a big difference. Look at Ty, he's such a big boy.
Oh, nut goes down, but young Scally himself is not exactly too healthy. I think that this is going to be a bit of a wrecking ball difference. Get rid of young Scally, they'll be very happy. 95 HP for Waldo. Some exclamations from the left side of the stage.
Yeah, that was a nice little jump scare there. Overwatch is a horror game, but I feel like that was literally just about the first 10 seconds. Did you see when Ty kind of flanked around, found the stairs, and like not thought he could just slam, but obviously that just takes the other ball high enough to slam you back. So just very nicely done from Ty. And again, I do think Weekend Boys, if they get these tank v tanks, they do really, really well. They're very strong tank players, and they're just making it work very nicely. And
another thing to consider here is that we're at match point for going to
Weekend Boys
to an extra round of games here.
Yeah, this is it's a good. Like, I feel like everyone's gonna start getting tired at this point.
Although
a lot of games.
I have to say, I don't really like the Winston.
No. Well, maybe if they can separate not, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a big fan. He can maybe secure the kills or get the lamp though, which wouldn't be too bad. Fashion's gonna kill
Well,
him though.
that's what he does. He goes in. He's lost HP, and that's permanent HP gone. Notch goes somewhat low, nearly half HP.
Just lost the lamp though. They're doing good damage again.
Ooh, jump hits off the roof. That's unfortunate. He's dead there. I don't think there's much chance of the Winston surviving there. Nut takes down young Scally and 26 HP in a dream. I believe Tiny Power will not take my bets, unfortunately. And we're going to a final
Match
round
point.
here.
Yeah, it's a match point. This is as close as they get. Absolute nail biter, and you can't ask for more in the finals. Like, Boomers have just been living on an easy streak until now, and I'm really glad to be able to see them get challenged by Weekend Boys, and hopefully we get to see even more of this if Weekend Boys are able to take this map. But the heroes available do seem to be Moira Diva, only two that I'm getting spoiled for me right now, but
Moira Diva versus Zen Diva. That's an interesting one.
I feel like Moira is just so much easier to execute though. I feel like Boomers, unless Young Scally can just like 5-orb somebody, I think it's be really hard for Boomers to lose it to Moira.
Well, you say that, but young Scally has been known to be quite good at the Zenyatta hero, so...
It'll be quite a storyline, that is for sure.
It's all onto Waldo with the defense matrix to see if he can negate that Zenyatta. Ooh, nearly gets it.
Yeah, they're just gonna
Oh,
die
and
to
he
Zen.
goes so
Oh!
What?
He hit the
Young
5-orb!
Scally got on Nut, and now it's just a Diva v Diva. Waldo
But
is
Waldo's so low!
And there's nothing to be done here. It looks
They've
like
done it!
we're going to a final series. Waldo is 0 HP, and that's it. The Weekend Boys take the series 5-4 and bring us to another grand finals.
What a play from Young Scally. We said he needed to do it, and he did it. What a play. Taking out that Moira means everything for that game. And so much damage onto Waldo too. That is the Young Scally differential right there, my friends. That was such good play from Young Scally on that final round. And yeah, as you said, we're going to a grand finals now. Boomers have one last chance, but man, Weekend Boys, what a comeback from the last game. So strong.
Such an interesting amount of characters that were used to actually win these matches as well. Like the Zen Mercy in particular, that was a very creative showcase.
Definitely, yeah.
For the Boomers.
Very nice kind of hero pools coming out from both teams, really.
Circular comps even. I heal you, you heal me, and then somebody does the damage in the end.
Exactly, friends with benefits. You love to see it. You love to see it. The friendship diff, as we were highlighting.
Well, it was recently Valentine's Day, as you said. I think don't think we'll be going to a break for this one because we're just gonna get right back in there for the grand finals of this Irish Overwatch 2v2 randomized tourney, brought to you by GGMachines.
As a famous man, very inspirational man once said, "We go again, boys. We go again."
We do indeed. Unfortunately, we're in Echo Point, Antarctica still, so we're very far from the jungle.
Yeah, sad life, but it's fine. I'm sure these guys will still manage to bring the heat here, bring some noise to the jungle as double tank again for Weekend Boys, and Tracer's gonna have a hard time finding value, but maybe you can just stay alive and poke. That's an option.
Just yeah, get some poke on the Reinhardt. Reinhardt has no ability to regenerate any health, neither does D.Va. But the defense matrix from Young Scully here really is one that needs to be utilized very well. But,
yeah, I do agree. I do think that Young Skelly's just going to have to chase this Tracer around. That should be a good matchup for the D.Va, just being able to 1v1 the Tracer. Usually, the D.Va is going to win this, as long as the Tracer is an absolute nutcase animal, but Waldo is a bit of a nutcase animal, so...
Waldo is a nutcase animal, I don't argue. To get the jump onto Nut there, no damage really being done here from either side. The other thing is that Boomers, they have definitely advantages in mobility, so they can just, if things aren't going their way, just run away. Get out of there.
Definitely. One thing that can't happen though is Young Scully can't dive and get 2v1. If that happens, it's over.
Yes.
Because Ty cannot follow at all. But yeah, playing this small room is, I like this a bit, yeah. I think this is kind of all you can do.
Although there's also the option. Our main national export is not in fact beer or meat or whatever, it's dive run. It's what we do. But it's not going very well right now, and he's 64 HP in a dream. Waldo, they get the recall, but it's not going to be enough as Young Scally, 11 HP in a dream, as the Boomers take the first round in this grand finals.
Yeah, starting off really well, starting off strong. That was really nicely done from them. Nut and Waldo both just kind of sticking together, playing as a team, and say it ain't so.
Oh my goodness.
It's not good. They're pulling it out. They're pulling out the pharmacy, guys. Shameless gameplay. But what can you do? I think it's going to be interesting. I do think it's going to be, yeah, it's pharmacy versus pharmacy.
Well, this is actually not the worst thing in the world. It might be a bit slow, but this is going to be a true test of skill. Who is the better Pharah and which Mercy shows up.
Yeah,
you know?
It's all about the Mercies. Low-key about the Mercies. I feel like this is either going to go like over in 10 seconds or it's going to go to a point on lock at this point, to be honest.
It's all about those mid-air directs. You can get two or three of them, you're happy days. And then Young Scally starts gets one. It's not enough to secure the kill, unfortunately, because there is the Mercy there. But the damage boosted rockets, they do a lot. They hurt. Oh, Young Scally gets very close to the edge there. 50 HP, Nut goes down.
They're not just trying to concussion him out of the air.
Waldo can get the res here. There might be something to be done, but I don't think.
No, the concussion blast is online too.
Oh, so close there. The res gets cancelled, and then now it's 1-1. This final grand finals. So close to getting that res there.
Yeah, it was unlucky. I think Young Sky was just kind of teasing him there. You know, he had the concussion blast, and then just boom, right into the skull. You know. But I am glad they're keeping it close so far. It is still 1-1, so still some nice opportunities for both teams. Really in this grand finals, as it does look like On or Ryan is going to be coming out from Boomers. What do you make of that comp? They've ran it before.
Yes, of course. I think that's good for them. But the Doomfist, Doomfist gets slapped, then that means that the Doomfist win. If Doomfist doesn't get slapped, then I think that means the Weekend Boys win.
If Doom and Ryan just go in together and just slap their meat around, I think they just win this.
I suppose only one person can get slapped, so.
Exactly, yeah, it's kind of like choose your poison, you know?
They also do have the grind counter charge, so this really is a matchup of if you use the sleep, you're done. Use the sleep, and you're not done. Oh, but they wake him up just in time to let him get out. That is actually huge.
Oh, Ryan's alone.
And they're separated now. Waldo's got nowhere to run. Gets the uppercut, but it's not enough to get him. Managed to recover and get back to the team. And, I think Young Scally may have sort of sabotaged his own teammate there by punching the Rhine in the direction of the other Rhine. Gets the pin, takes out Taz from the Reinhardt.
Yeah. Bit nervous here as it is a 1v1 now. Young Scally is maybe I think he's trying to bait out the counter pin, but no, Wallace trying to hurt a whole team.
Try to counter pin. This is actually very close now. This one punch would do it.
Yeah, man, the brain right now. Okay, bait to charge, and yeah, it's over. Okay, well, they'll go into the nether realm. Now
a little bit of creative gameplay on the Doomers right here. 44 HP versus 71 HP, something like that. So it's
actual horror game. What is going on here?
And you can hear him. You hear it coming. The scary German man with his hammer. Oh, another bit of HP. 21 HP for Waldo 2KO1 right now. He has to stay alive here.
Yeah,
12 seconds. One swing is all he needs, but one punch is all Scally needs.
Oh, he drops the shield.
It's a bit of an anticlimax. Could have waited one more second and there would have been no more shots from the Doomfist there.
Yeah, Weekend Boys 2-1 up though, so they're keeping the streak going now. And yeah, that was just a very nice win. I like the mind games there with the fake punches, you know, that kind of kept it interesting. But as you said there, bit of an anticlimactic ending, but oh lord, he coming. Roadhog back on the field here with a D.Va. So again, it is double tank, which as historically, Weekend Boys have been slightly better this in.
They're working their way now to make this reverse sweep happen. There may be many doubters in chat, but so far it's looking pretty good for them. 2-1 up, 3 wins is all they need.
Yeah, I mean, hey, 3 wins, it's that easy, you know. All you gotta do is click heads 3 times over and you're already sitting with a mouse and keyboard. So this is gonna be interesting. D.Va DM8 is gonna be very important here. Defense matrix, obviously gonna be able to mitigate all hog damage, so extremely important. And I feel like canceling hog heal also gonna be really important. So we'll have to see which hog is able to bait out the hooks and bait out the heals.
It's basically a game of hold on to your hook, because the second person to hook usually has the advantage because they can cancel the other hog's heal.
Yeah, but then again, DM kind of makes it fishy as well. Like if you just trust your D.Va and you hold your heal, then it gets a little bit grey, you know. They're kind of really grey. I felt they're within hook range, and yeah, he's gonna go! No D.Va!
And second hook, that's just beautiful young Scally. He waited out, he was patient, and a nut. Sorry, Chief, there's not much to be done here. It gets the hook, yeah. Young Scally was all over that matchup with Waldo. He was in his head.
I feel like there was a split second there, because we did see Tig there. He was a second late. Like, the shots did go off there, so the D.Va defense matrix wasn't there in time, so I think there was a chance there. But again, I think it's just young Scally's just comfortable in this tank role, and he knows the breakpoints, he knows the combos, he knows how to play this. Same way Waldo knows all those for the DPS. So again, the tank diff is coming out for Waldo Widow.
What's the May gonna do here? When there's everybody's in the air.
Wall themselves into a corner and cry.
Yeah,
that's
not a
about
bad
what I was thinking at this point.
And if I was Nut, or if I was young Scally, I would not be going particularly high in the sky, because there is a Waldo who is known for forcibly removing echoes from the field.
God, I wish I was not, but ooh, he's looking the right way. Not for a second though. Although, I mean, Waldo is very, very low HP, just naturally, 175. So all you really need is one headshot from Tig, and all of a sudden, this Widow it isn't looking too scary, you know? Like one stray little mine from the Echo and he's dead. So you can see the respect from Tig. He's literally walling just to peek something. Like,
yes, of course.
That is some respect right there.
So many one-shots, well, near one-shot potential combos here. The Echo, a good right-click and pressing the E, and that's, oh! Waldo gets the shot, doesn't charge it up enough and doesn't hit the head, so it's not. And once again, Tig goes down super low, has the shift there to regenerate some HP. He's the only person who can do that on this field. Has elected not to use it quite yet. Young Scally goes down a little bit lower. Tig gets the heal off. Waldo misses the shot there. There's 2 missed headshots, not like Waldo.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Waldo is still sitting pretty on 107 HP. So is Nut. So they've literally taken no damage so far. So, and again, young Scally is within one body
jump
shot,
and there's nobody to shoot, unfortunately.
Staying tucked in there, smart from young Scally, who is again one body shot away from death. So
I think the key is that they need to take out young Scally quickly, because
May has really good point presence. So,
May is good point presence. Oh, the headshot goes down, 1 HP.
May can't contest. Just too low.
And Nut takes down young Scally. The shot on. Oh, it's super close now. But Waldo with the SMG, the disrespect. Don't even go for the headshot as the Widow. But it doesn't matter, because now they're 2 and 3 up, or 2 and 3 down. Very close in this final series. They've really given us a good series from the previous encounter.
Yeah, they're bringing it back, and now Weekend Boys again. They also lead by 1 point, so they do still have a bit of a buffer here, but they really want to be getting up to match point. Once you're at match point, then you're feeling good. So we'll see what comps we're going to be seeing. And the Torbjorn,
young Scally, 3rd chance of 3 to win the free pint from Mr. Daring Hardox. All you have to do is press that little 2 button and take out the hammer.
And start swinging. We are going to see a Lucio as well. I don't think we've seen Lucio all tournament, but no heals available for Weekend Boys, so any damage is going to be permanent.
Well, Nut's just taking a bit of damage. Not permanent for him, thankfully. That's resources being used. Young Scally takes a little bit of poke, but nothing too major. Not the absolute madman. He's just going head first in at on the Lucio. 20 HP. There's a oh my goodness! Just about avoids.
Young Scally in the meantime, he finds Waldo. It's technically a 2v1 right now. How is it? Oh man, I've not committed. I don't know if he knew how low the Ash was, but Man, that was so unfortunate.
Nut has a decent chance here though, because he's the only one with any sort of ability to regenerate health. Tiger's 1 HP, but Nut is also 1 HP. The Torbjorn turret does an awful lot of damage, just floating around trying to wait for opportunities, you know?
Yeah, I like if he wins this is a absolute Reddit Lucio clip moment for sure. But that insta-lock turret is going to cause big problems, and the dynamite, like, but if both those abilities miss, I unironically think Nut wins this. But if dynamite or turret gets a good lock, I'd say he's done. So it's like, okay, dynamite's out. He could win this.
Dynamite. Young Scally also very low at this stage, so if you just avoid the turret, then Nut should have an easy enough fight. 86 HP is not all that much against the Lucio.
Yeah, I think Young Sky is playing way more confident than he really should be right now. But the turret is getting some nice damage in.
Not enough, unfortunately.
And dynamite lands. That's
Nut's
tough.
1 HP. Can he survive it? Just about survives it, and he goes in on Young Scally.
Oh, that is a
Finishes him
nail
off
biter.
with the rivet blast directly to the cranium.
That is a close one. That one was not made that one competitive as all hell. And now it's match point for Weekend Boys. If they win this, they
take
get
the
it.
series. They take the entire tournament.
Boomers, who've been playing perfectly, by the way, they have not lost, unless you include last map. Like, they have not been slipping up. But now, when it matters most, they're dropping their spaghetti, man. They're dropping
There's
their
spaghetti all over the floor right now as the Boomers go out with the Zarya and the Symmetra.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I do think the Mei is favored a little bit. Oh, the wall. That's scary. That's scary.
That is very
no
scary.
bubbles, no bubbles!
Split up now. Not his 1 HP. Waldo goes down. And that is
And it's
the
over!
series.
Just like that!
The Weekend Boys
Instantly!
take the tournament 5-3. And the Boomers, I'm sorry, there's spaghetti all over the floor.
What a performance, man. Young Scally, he gets a taste of the blood, instantly walls, instantly freezes. And they both just take the 1v1s and win. Like, that was just so confidently played from Weekend Boys. And it's just amazing that, like, they knew that they were the underdogs there, but they didn't lose the edge. They played confidently, they stayed calm, and they just won it. And that was just really well done from them.
And if you just look at this score screen, it's all about the tank play there. Every single time they won,
exactly.
it's mostly tanks.
Torbjorn's technically a tank. You know, like, that's
Well,
like, what,
we'll
200 HP? That's a big
Unfortunately,
boy.
Young Scally may be taking home the grand prize, but he will not be taking home a free pint from Mr. Daring Hardox.
And he has forever lost our respect for not getting any hammer kills whatsoever.
Yeah.
So in the end, did he really win? I don't think so.
That's up to you to decide. That's our grand finals anyway. Thanks again to GGMachines who are providing the prizes. Keyboard and mouse going to the Weekend Boys, and a nice mechanical keyboard going to the Boomers there for their participation.
Yeah, so just thank you to everybody. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to Twitch chat. Thank you to everyone for making it happen. Great little tournament. Thank you to all the teams. Everyone played amazingly. Absolutely pristine gameplay from everybody. So thank you, everybody.
And of course, thank you to Ballyfermot College of Further Education for hosting us in this event, and of course to GGMachines for providing all the prizes and the PCs to be used in the tournament.